Sports Friday with Ken Hrbek on the KQ Morning Show, sponsored exclusively by Killebrew Root Beer and Cream Soda. At the ballpark, up North Vision, or at home, enjoy Killebrew Old-Fashioned Root Beer and Cream Soda. Pick up a case or six-pack of 16-ounce cans at your favorite grocery store. Mr. Ken Hrbek.
Thinking about going out to the fair. Don't know if I'm going to do that or not.
Yeah, thunderstorms today, so be careful. A lot of thunderstorms today.
I'm not that much of a dissent where I have to go out down in the rain at the fair. I'm a little smarter than that.
Oh, you just took a shot at Tony and Candace without knowing it, because I think they're going to. We were supposed to appear at the fair this morning, and I said, I'm not going out there if there's a thunderstorm. I'm not doing that to our listeners. But I guess Tony and Candace are going, so good for them.
I'm just trying to get a dill pickle beer and Pronto Pup.
That's what I go for. I get either the corn dog or the Pronto Pup. Doesn't make a difference. Mm-hmm. Big old malt or a shake of some sort. Straight vanilla. Don't give me the twist stuff.
Did you ever hear my very first fair story? So they asked me if I will appear at the fair. I'd never even been to the fair, and I was like 23, 24 years old, something like that. And I've never went. Our family never went to the fair when I was a kid. We didn't have the money, right? So I'd never been there. I said, yeah, okay, I'll go out and do the fair. So they put me in this booth, and I'm doing my show, and these 4 or 5 guys come by and start throwing pennies at me. Not real hard, they're just kind of pitching them at me a little bit, so not to hurt me, but just to annoy me. Several years later, Jeff Passold started appearing on the KQ Morning Show. He pointed out that it was he and his brothers that were throwing pennies at me.
And here you got the guy on the show.
Yeah, now I'm working with the guy who threw pennies at me. I do have to ask you something, because this is a guy you probably have run into several times, but Twitter has turned down Alan Page for a blue check mark authentifying that.
I saw that.
Yeah, they turned him down. How do you consider Alan Page to not be important enough to get a blue check on Twitter? One of the greats of all time. Of all time.
Plus, worked on the Supreme Court.
Yeah, that's not a bad job. I believe he was the head of the Supreme Court for a while, Chief Justice.
And one of the nicest gentlemen in the world. Besides that, it's so weird to meet a guy like that.
Yeah.
I met Alan, and to think about back when I was a kid and see him on the field.
Yep.
The Purple People Eater. Then I get to meet this guy, and I'm just thinking this guy's going to be a monster. And he was the sweetest, kindest, nicest guy in the world. It just kind of went, there's no way you were a Purple People Eater.
I'm not buying it.
I just see these guys as being monsters, and he was the sweetest, kindest, nicest guy in the world. Pretty cool. Definitely deserves a blue check. Let's go.
You got anything special planned for the upcoming Labor Day weekend?
No, I might go out to a ball game, watch the boys if they don't get rained out. Thought about going to the fair, but that's in question.
All right, young man, we will talk to you later on. Great talking to you, as always.
Okay. Keep cheering those Twins on. Keep drinking that root beer. That's all I got to say.
Kent Hrbek, ladies and gentlemen. Killebrew Root Beer and Cream Soda bringing you Kent Hrbek on KQ. Your family will enjoy Killebrew Old-Fashioned Root Beer and Cream Soda. Pick up a case or a six-pack of 16-ounce cans at your favorite grocery store. I do love their product, man. Their root beer and cream soda is phenomenal.
In the history of Minnesota baseball, there's one name that means legend, Killebrew. So when you gather together this summer, there's only one old-fashioned root beer that delivers that Hall of Fame taste to thirsty fans everywhere. That's Killebrew. Your whole family will love Minnesota-made Killebrew old-fashioned root beer and cream soda. Pick up a cold, frothy Killebrew root beer at Target Field. Then cheer on the fun. Killebrew root beer. It's how memories are created and legends are made.